Whew. Yeah, we got him, man. Basically, with this black algae, the setup would have been that because of Solomon Buddy, who's now Buddy, Solomon going to the throne, just like they showed in Mummy Returns, the throw. But it would have been a drowning, and then it would have been that um, 317 is in the pit, and because of legal coach trouble, and then it would have been that it would have been the enmity was switched up. It would have been that my brother wasn't into like the newspaper and stuff, and say I was, because it switched. So then I would have read that there was a death and had gone to support myself, instead of it being that my dad told me about it and then we both went. Because I didn't read the newspaper, I didn't know, wasn't close enough. Does that make sense? So that's the whole, that's what I'm going to show when I get home, is this black algae. And that's the 88. Because it's enmity. And that's the San Onofre. Because it's say non oh free, and it's drink from the water of life freely, and then come back as Lone Ranger. It's that Dan brother stuff that they showed in that, but it's that he slits out and then drinks and then comes back. He lands. It's very greaseball stuff. Like, it's no joke. Like, and then the person going through the deal, they either cut off or they like they probably cut off for 5 months and have a 5-month ministry in whichever way that would be. That's why in my visions I was shown that 395 and that, like, the 138, all those, they're recurring because we are building up to that. But the San Onofre would have been, it would have been that it starts, in that way. Like where it's a 10, it's kind of a 108, but not really. It's like a 105, So yeah, like that's where I'm at with it. We'll just see what happens. But see, Arnold, I think this is where he cut off. I think that he knew that maybe he wasn't a that he didn't have the Isaiah 52. So he would have known that for 16 days it was going to be like Neo versus Smiths with an S at the end. So then he cut off, but he knew who he was, Um, but yeah, we'll see. See the way things are. I'm probably gonna have to do 16 more days anyway, and maybe even more after that. it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's just like, it's a little bit crazy, but see, this is all Ezekiel 17 because it's O, it's the enmity be eject, like James Bond eject, um, of the 2CB, you know, which is return, all that, it's reincarnation. So they S that. That's that's what the set is. So it's a brother like relationship, like, but it's greaseball, man. It really is. Like it's really greaseball, you know. And Marlon Brando, that's why we said Marlon Brando was, he did that. So, and maybe Brando's was maybe Brando's was JFK dying, you know? Maybe that was his. I'm just trying to think like what would be the San Onofre. But, you know, if it was JFK, then then that's how we had tribulation start from, the 60s on, right? Because you had that Keck Bell in 65. I'm just trying to think like if Marlon Brando, if it's not just the name and Marlon Brando was a set, then he would have been the one that was like, yeah, like they cut him off and then he was in the movies and everything, but like he was the one that caused all that. Like God didn't pull the trigger yet, you know? So, and that wouldn't have been Grox because Grox was a kid then. So, for a Phoenix sword or whatever. But I don't know how any of that stuff works. I mean, I just feel like the Freemasons have the means to do a lot of the stuff, and they hold it down, as they say. You know. But then again, I don't know for sure. I mean, you know, a lot of what Grox used to say is what I'm going off of currently. So, you know, basically it's fine. I don't want the woman getting tricked going out there. Because the record right now isn't looking too good of people that have gone out there. You know, it doesn't lead to a rapture. It leads to more pain and suffering. That's the way I see it. So, all right, I'll take a look at some of the dates and see what I can find. But thank you.